Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Node.js Technical Steering Committee meeting of the 7th of January 2026. And it's the first TSC meeting of the year, and we had to talk a lot about security things and other things that were private. So we are so sorry to start the stream this late, but here we are. So the first thing that it's you need to be aware is the security release might be delayed because of we have been having certain issues that were supposed to be out today. It might still go out today, or it might go out tomorrow or the day after. Hopefully, finger crossed, it goes out tomorrow. Okay. It's let's put it this way: CI has been slow. Okay, if you ever been into CI being slow, you are absolutely with us today. Okay, so that's the first thing. Is probably the announcement of today. And yeah, so the first topic I want to cover. Okay, security release delay. Okay. The first thing I want to cover is a last mission addition to the TSC to the agenda, which is in issue 1813 from in the TSC repo from Watilde, request to restore active collaborator status. And
I stuck the agenda label on there just for visibility, so just for people to know. I think we generally give a very low bar for readmitting
yeah, exactly.
people that have gone on emeritus, but yeah, I kind of figure since there's an issue and the meeting was today, let's just make people aware. And yeah, probably I guess by the end of the week if there are no objections, or by the next meeting, whenever, as long as there's no objections, it should just happen, I guess.
Yes. So whenever it's done, okay, so here we go. And waiting for the end of the week. Wait. Week for objections. Okay. Perfect. Discussion, next issue in the topic is Collaborator Summits 2026, issue 1800. Of the TSC repo, and hopefully we will have some news next week, I would say. The week of, so we are targeting the week of the, whoa, okay. Sorry about this, of the 13th of, so maybe 14, 15th of April, starting on the 13th of April in London. Okay. Then no progress. There's a few discussion here about charter changes, funding, draft statement of work for security test ability. No progress on any of them. Then Antoine, is the discuss? Can we go forward with the discussion on SQLite, or is the other the objector not available? We can talk about. I can mention it if you want. So I'm talking about issue 61262, SQLite marked as release candidate.
I guess that this is not very important because recently a very well-known library, which is Node SQLite, got deprecated, and people were looking for alternatives. And if we believe that this is a good moment to make it as release candidate, I think we should so people don't go to different packages that have less security or less maintenance with, this kind of issue.
Okay, so let me classify, highlight the problem. I don't know, Antoine, what was the name of the collaborator objecting?
From what I understand, part of the objection is that we need to decide whether async support is going to be database async, or are we going to rename
The-
database sync to database?
The
That is some API thing.
It's so the fundamental question is probably, let me highlight the key question, then we can talk a little bit later. But it's okay, Joy.
Should we ping the person who requested to?
I don't know. I think Antoine did it, but I have no.
Yeah, I did send him a DM on Slack.
Well, maybe let's organize this for next week. We can cover this briefly anyway. The key part of the question, okay, is there have been some discussions, okay, on the API decision, and if the async, if we want to add an async version of the same APIs, okay, and if we want to do that, okay, can we do it in, will that impact the sync version of said API? Okay. My guess, like, this is the question this is the key question, and we can stabilize this only if we believe that the async version will not impact the sync version, which to me is a fair assumption, but it's being debated online by the collaborators group.
I mean, I guess what could happen is that we create another name and just call it database, and then database sync could be deprecated.
I thought the issue was that it's currently called database. It's not called database sync.
No, it's called database sync today.
Is it called database sync? Okay.
Yeah.
That's not usually how we design our APIs, that we
Yeah.
name the class sync, but I think it's not a huge issue.
Joey is writing down the definition of release candidate. Experimental features at this stage are also ready to become stable. No further breaking change are anticipated, but may still occur in response to user feedback or feature underlying specification development. We encourage user testing and feedback so that we can know that feature is ready to be marketed as stable.
Yeah, my point is, if the idea is that people are afraid of API changes, I think release candidate gives some room for the breaking changes.
It does.
So not strictly, if that's what people are worrying about, this does not really forbid any.
Well, the fundamental point is if we start pushing it related to what Rafael has said of the Node SQLite deprecation, if we start pushing this, then people will start using this new API we have, and then it will be a problem for the ecosystem or a problem for us to change those APIs. So this is.
I think this is partly already a little bit of a problem. Better SQLite 3 is getting deprecated. It has an async API. Async APIs do have a place if you have you're hosting your SQL database on a slow hard drive or network-based storage or whatever, then the database sync API is not great. And now we're kind of making people switch over that. I don't know.
Can we gauge somehow like how many people are already using it? I have a feeling that there are already a lot of people using it, so
Yep.
it's already too late. If that's what we're thinking about, it's kind of already too late.
And on that point, we say experimental and release candidate, we can still do changes. Formally, yes. Practically, once it's experimental, doing those kind of breaking changes is super difficult.
I mean, not super difficult, but it needs to go through similar major.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the shape for that, like my PR opening was literally a statement of the state of things, not really something that I thought it was per a debate, but it's per a debate, so we're going to debate it. So let's I would say let's talk about it in the next TSC meeting, okay? And when Antoine, what's the name of the collaborator that objected? Because I completely forgot.
I think that's Lures.
Okay.
Maybe write it.
Can you write it on the until next week with the that objected? Okay, sorry, I'm very bad with names. If you can put it in the notes, that would be fantastic. Joey, I'm writing the notes for this. We okay. And there is Robert said something about the async API. Okay, so great. Well, I think we all agree. I think we all agree that we need that an async API will be welcome and needed. Okay, I think that it's probably my recommendation anyway. I think it's going to need to be a different API. If not, I don't think you can mesh the two together, because then things will be the kind of things that we should not be doing, and Orzago would be unleashed.
Yes.
Okay, so next issue is issue 58328, disable code generation from strings. And Shenzong and Antoine, you two are Antoine, you are objecting this.
Yeah,
I
what was the
think it
number?
was the 58328, right?
58328, yes.
Yeah, originally it was Nikita that objected the change, even though the dog change only reflects the status quo. So Antoine was, if I recall correctly, Antoine was just adding a request for change so that Nikita's request for change was respected. But the last time
Yeah, that's correct.
we talked about this in the in a TSC meeting a few months ago, and I think we can remove the TSC agenda given that at that meeting we already agreed that we can change the dog as status quo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I already removed the label months ago.
I removed it now. Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Then fantastic. Next issue is add chloride functionality. We have no Ruben, so okay. I have some information about Node.js admin issue only allows secure two-factor method 1005. And unfortunately, I don't think that we can safely do this. A quick poll of the people that have access to Node.js private, which we discussed it, said that they are not allowed, that they cannot disable SMS. So I think the blast radius will be too big. I'm going to write something in the I'm writing something in the issue. Okay. Leaving off the agenda for now. But because we don't have quorum. Okay. There is a Node.js web team issue. Disband Node.js UX and design. Okay. We just to disband the team, no objection from team member. They don't have permission. Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay. Perfect. We are at time, so thank you very much for joining, and see you all